I'll say one thing. I've heard you mention this, I think, once before, but one of my heroes and really one of the role models of my life was a fictional ball player called Chip Hilton. And Claire B was the writer that did those books. And when I was in elementary school, I read every one of those books. And I even wrote Claire B a letter. He wrote me back, telling me he hoped I was still a good student in school. Just don't spend all your time on sports, But I mean, I cared about that so much. And I think, haven't I heard you say before that Chip Hilton was one of your boyhood literary heroes?
Well, what happened, I was in the 6th grade in Ripley, Mississippi. We lived there for 1 year. And I discovered the Chip Hilton series in the library. I was 11 years old. And there are about 15 of them. And I wiped those things out in a matter of, a couple of weeks, just as fast as I could get them, because I love sports and I love Chip Hilton. And it's funny you say that, because last week I got a gift from a writer I know in New York City. At some point I'd mentioned the Chip Hilton series as being my first really great reading experience, the one I remember. And excuse me a second. This person sent me a first edition of the Chip Hilton. It's called Strike Three by Claire B. And there's Chip on the cover. I mean, Chip played all 3 sports. He was All-American in all 3 sports. His teams rarely lost. It's all this great stuff that we loved as kids. And that was my first, wonderful reading experience.